Hello everyone. Our book today is a wild, chaotic ride into insanity and horror. And wow, this one took me by surprise. It's full throttle, full speed ahead. You do not want to miss this. But first, as always, I want to remind you that I have books for sale. You can find the books you see on the screen there at the link in the description. I have other links down there as well. So check them out, see what you like. Now let's get on with the video. All right, so the book we're going to be talking about today is called The House of Sighs by Dries. This was published by Crystal Lake Publishing, I believe, but let's take a moment to admire this cover. I know we don't judge books by their cover here, even though we kind of do, and I have to admit that when this cover was posted on somebody's Twitter account, I was immediately drawn to the book. It was like, with a cover like that, I got to see what's inside, and that's why I picked it up in the first place. It's a beautiful cover. I guess it was published before, but it had a different cover, and in my opinion, this one is just a banger. I love the cover. But we're going to dig around into what's inside, because the cover definitely matches the quality of the words inside this novel. This is about a group of people, and we will find out about each of these people individually. We go through who they are, some things they're going through in their lives, some things they're experiencing. And at first, they don't seem to have any connection to each other. Just this group of disparate, different, unique people, each of them having their own life, their own issues, and things like that. But it doesn't take long before you realize that they are all going to get on the same city bus one day, and that's where we are going to meet Liz. Now, Liz is the bus driver. However, Liz is on PCP, angel dust. Liz is extremely suicidal, and Liz, my friends, has a gun. And if you think she is suicidal and is going to just take herself out without leaving other bodies in her wake, you are wrong, because she's got these drugs pumping through her system, and she's not going to go out quietly, nor is she going to go out by herself. Of course, these people are just there for their regular bus ride to work or to do errands, or whatever people do on a bus. But they are soon going to learn that they're in a bus ride straight to hell. And when Liz gets on the bus and they start out, one of the first things she does is just obliterates a little girl that's dancing on her quiet street by herself, not paying attention. Like Liz doesn't even see her, and just the bus just slams into her, body parts are flying everywhere. And of course, that's when the passengers find out, holy crap, something is very wrong. But like I said, Liz has a gun, so when one of them tries to escape, she shoots him right to the face. He drops to the floor, and now the rest of the passengers are kind of trapped in Liz's world. As the bus accelerates, goes way past its normal route, and it's headed to parts unknown at the time. But we are going to find out that the bus does go to Liz's home, because Liz lives with her family, including her brother, who also happens to be her PCP angel dust dealer, and her two parents. And they've not had a stable, normal home life, but they are family. And when the bus first pulls in, the family thinks that the people on the bus have somehow done something to upset their daughter. So to these people, the victims on this bus are the monsters. And so they get trapped in this bus, parked in front of this family's home, with the family inside with all kinds of guns and evil intentions toward them, should they even think about trying to escape. And it just gets wilder from there, believe it or not. Like, that's just the first part of the book, and then the second part just goes off the rails. Yes, a lot of people are going to die in this book. And what makes it really horrific is that, like I said at the beginning of the book, we get to know all of these people. So these are not just characters written off to the side. So when they die, it's like, oh, okay, that person died. They were just written to die. We know all these people, so it makes the deaths, I think, a little bit more horrific. Because somehow these people are going to have to figure out a way to escape from that bus that they're trapped in. And somehow make it past the barrage of guns and evil that this family has in store for them should they try. And with a twist at the end, because maybe Liz isn't the only person on that bus these people should be worried about. When it comes to matters of survival, self-preservation can be a powerful motivator. If people have a break in their psyche and decide to go over the edge. And this book is just filled with blood and gore, and there's a lot of tension, as you can imagine. There are going to be some unlikely heroes that you might not have thought of at the beginning, at the end of this book. But I can tell you this, man, this book starts out at about an 8 on the excitement scale, and once it hits 10, it just never lets up. Its pacing is fantastic, making it easy to read. The pages just flew by when I was reading because it was just that good, just that interesting. I was fully into it. I had to see where this was going to go because it was just action, 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 bloodshed, bloodshed, bloodshed. I had to know who was going to live and who was going to die. There's a really terrifying scenes in this book, and things are going to happen that will just have your jaw hanging to the ground. And this is just about a family who's gone over the edge. Liz, of course, is, like I said, she's on angel dust and suicidal. And these people were unwilling victims of hers as they just got into the bus for their daily routine. I think this book will do for public transportation what Jaws did for going in the water. Because I don't know if you want to read this and then think, oh, I gotta catch a bus to go downtown. It might not be the best idea, let's put it that way. Oh, I love this book though. Full of action, full of blood, full of gore, full of tension. Everything you want in a horror book, you know. And of course, as I said, this amazing, amazing cover. So yeah, I highly, highly recommend House of Sighs by Aaron Dries. And I will leave a link down below to Amazon where you can pick up your copy, and I think you should. And as always, I want to say thank you for taking some of your time and spending it here with me. I always appreciate that. And until we meet again, keep reading spooky, my friends.